On October 6th, the heavens will deliver a message too powerful to ignore. The Moon and Saturn will stand together in a rare alignment, and for those who have endured the deepest spiritual battles, this moment will mark the end of the final test. This is not just an astrological event, it is a divine confirmation that the chosen ones have been refined, proven, and stamped with approval. You know the weight of betrayal. You've walked through loneliness, through seasons where doors slammed shut and people you trusted turned against you. Every delay, every hardship, every unseen attack was part of the refining fire. Saturn has been that relentless teacher, forcing you to grow stronger through discipline and struggle. The Moon has been the quiet revealer, exposing hidden truths and shining light on what was meant to stay in the shadows. Now, as these two cosmic forces meet, the heavens declare what you may have doubted in your darkest moments. You have passed the test. The chains are breaking. The masks are falling. The chosen ones are stepping into their next assignment, carrying the seal of divine favor. This moment is too important to overlook, and as we unfold the meaning behind this conjunction, I want you to engage with this message. If you feel these words resonate with your spirit, let me know in the comments. Share your own journey, because your testimony may be the very encouragement another chosen one needs to hear. And if you believe this divine stamp of approval is yours, don't forget to like this video so more chosen ones can find it. Because October 6th is not just the end of testing, it is the beginning of rising. Let's dive in. On October 6th, something extraordinary happens. It's not just another date on the calendar, not just another day that comes and goes without meaning. For you, and for those who have been walking through fire, enduring betrayal, carrying the weight of tests and trials that seemed endless, this moment marks a divine shift. A Saturn-Moon conjunction, a rare alignment, rises in the heavens like a cosmic seal of completion. You've been asking, you've been waiting, and you've been wondering when the storm would finally calm, when the test would end. And now, the universe responds with a clear sign. This is not just astrology as some people may think of it. This is not about superstition or a passing horoscope prediction. What's unfolding in the heavens mirrors what has been unfolding inside of you. Saturn, the great teacher, the planet of discipline, karma, and judgment, meets the Moon, the keeper of your emotions, your intuition, and your hidden truths. When these two forces converge, it is like heaven and earth coming together to declare that everything you've endured has not been in vain. You did not suffer for nothing. You did not cry those tears for no reason. You were being shaped, molded, and refined, and this alignment is the divine stamp of approval that the test has reached its conclusion. Think about what Saturn represents in your life. Saturn is often called the planet of karma, the planet of discipline, of restriction, of lessons that are not easy but necessary. You've probably felt its weight pressing on you in countless ways, pulling you back when you wanted to move forward, forcing you to confront your weaknesses, stripping away everything that could not last on your journey. You may have felt like doors were slammed in your face, like opportunities vanished just as you reached for them, like people turned against you when you needed them most. That's Saturn, not as a punishment, but as a purifier. Saturn tests the authenticity of your spirit, making sure you are not building your life on lies or illusions. It tears down what isn't real so that what is real can survive. Now imagine Saturn merging with the Moon. The Moon is your inner world. It's your heart, your emotional truth, your intuition that whispers to you even when logic cannot explain it. The Moon rules the hidden, the things people try to conceal, the betrayals you didn't see coming, the masks others wore when they pretended to stand by your side but were secretly against you. The Moon has always carried these revelations, but it doesn't always reveal them immediately. Sometimes it waits for the right time, the divinely appointed moment, to uncover what's been in the shadows. And this conjunction is that moment. You may begin to notice that people who once stood in your circle suddenly show their true colors. You may realize that those who smiled in your face were working against you behind closed doors. The Moon, when aligned with Saturn, brings judgment to these situations. It's as if the universe is saying, enough. The test is over. The truth must now be seen. Those who betrayed you will no longer be able to hide behind masks. Those who doubted you will have to face the reality of who you are and what you've overcome. And you, the one who has endured in silence, the one who kept moving even when your legs shook beneath you, you finally stand in the light of revelation. It's not just about seeing the betrayal, it's about recognizing that it could not stop you. They tried to block your path, but the path was carved by divine hands. They tried to discourage you, but you carried on. They tried to convince you that you were alone, but every step of the way, the universe, God, the divine presence, whatever name resonates in your heart, was right there guiding you. And now the alignment of Saturn and the Moon announces that the season of testing is shifting into the season of reward. But let's be real, you probably know what it feels like to live in that test. You know what it feels like to walk through betrayal so deep it cuts your soul, to trust people who turned around and stabbed you in the back, to give love to people who only gave you lies in return, to stand by people who abandoned you the moment the storms came. It's not just pain, it's a kind of loneliness that makes you wonder if you even matter. And yet, here you are. You didn't let it destroy you. You didn't let it steal your light. That's what makes you chosen, not because life was easy for you, but because you endured when others would have quit. This conjunction is the cosmic recognition of your endurance. It's the universe placing its seal on your spirit, saying, yes, they betrayed you, yes, they doubted you, but they did not destroy you, and now it's time for your truth to shine. The moon, illuminating the darkness, reveals not just the falsehoods around you, but also the strength within you that you might not have even realized you carried. Because every tear you shed watered the roots of your destiny. Every rejection redirected you toward the path that was truly yours. Every closed door was actually protection from what could have destroyed you. You see, Saturn is not cruel. It's not here to punish you endlessly. Saturn is like the stern teacher who refuses to let you cut corners. It makes sure you've learned the lesson so that when you move into the next chapter, you are unshakable. And the moon, aligning with Saturn, shows that you didn't just learn those lessons intellectually, you absorbed them deep into your soul. You feel them in your spirit now. You trust your intuition more. You can see through lies more clearly. You can sense when something or someone is not right for you. That inner radar of yours has been sharpened to perfection. And that's why this moment is so significant, because it's not just about what's ending, it's about what's beginning. The end of the test means the beginning of manifestation. The end of betrayal means the start of alignment with people who are truly for you, not against you. The end of hidden enemies means the arrival of genuine allies, those who will celebrate you, support you, and walk with you in truth. The end of scarcity means the unfolding of abundance. The end of wandering means you're stepping into your promised land. As the conjunction lights up the sky, you may feel a sense of clarity wash over you. Things that once confused you suddenly make sense. You'll look back and realize why certain people had to leave, why certain doors had to close, why certain seasons felt like punishment when in truth they were protection. You'll understand that the betrayal was not a reflection of your worth, but a test of your resilience. And you'll see how every trial prepared you for this moment. They thought you wouldn't make it. They thought you'd break under the weight. They thought the lies, the gossip, the manipulation, the rejection would silence you, but you're still here, stronger than ever, clearer than ever, more aligned than ever, and the heavens themselves are bearing witness to your victory. This is why October 6th matters. It's not just a date, it's the cosmic announcement that the season of trial is closing. It's the end of the test, the end of the long night, the end of carrying burdens that were never meant to break you, but to build you. It is your confirmation that you are stepping into the new with divine approval stamped over your life. And as you stand in this moment, I want you to let this truth settle deep into your heart. You were never forgotten, you were never abandoned. Every single moment of pain was seen, every single prayer was heard, every single betrayal was counted. And now, the alignment declares that your time has come. 1. Everything you've walked through, every betrayal, every lonely night, every battle you fought in silence while the world misunderstood you wasn't for nothing. You may have thought you were being punished, abandoned, or even forgotten, but the truth is that you were in the middle of your refining fire. Saturn, the planet of discipline, karma, and divine testing, was shaping you in ways you couldn't see. And now, as October 6th arrives, you're not standing in the same place you once were. This is a graduation moment. It's the day the universe, God, the divine, whatever word resonates in your spirit, hands you your spiritual diploma, the certificate that proves you survived the hardest exams of your life. Think about it. Graduation doesn't come without years of sacrifice, discipline, and struggle. Just as students push through sleepless nights, endless assignments, and the pressure of proving themselves. You've been pushed through trials designed to test the depth of your character, the strength of your faith, and the truth of your heart. You weren't just tested once or twice. You were tested again and again until there was no room left for illusion, until you had no choice but to rise into who you truly are. You've walked through fire, but instead of being consumed, you were purified. And now, October 6th stands like a cosmic ceremony, the moment the heavens declare, they made it. The final test is over. This isn't just about endurance. It's about divine justice finally stepping in. For so long, it may have seemed like those who hurt you, betrayed you, or mocked you were getting away with it. It may have felt like the people who plotted against you kept rising while you were sinking, but Saturn never forgets. Saturn is the great balancer, the force of karma that always delivers what is owed. And this conjunction with the moon acts as the cosmic gavel striking down, declaring that the time of imbalance has ended. Those who betrayed you will have to face the weight of their own actions. It's not for you to carry, not for you to fight, and not for you to seek revenge, because Saturn carries the scales of justice, and when it delivers, no one can escape. While others face the consequences of their choices, you carry something far greater, the seal of divine favor. That's the gift of being chosen. You are stepping into a new season not weighed down by the past, but lifted by the grace that comes when heaven itself marks you as approved. You'll find doors opening that were once shut, opportunities flowing that once seemed impossible, and connections forming that align with your highest calling. This is your reward, not because life was easy for you, but because you passed what others could not endure. You endured betrayal without becoming bitter. You walked through isolation without losing your hope. You faced spiritual warfare without giving up on your faith. And that's why this moment belongs to you. For so long, maybe you doubted yourself. Maybe you questioned whether you were really chosen, whether you really had a purpose, whether all the pain had any meaning at all. But this alignment brings confirmation of your identity. You were always the chosen one. You didn't just stumble into this role. It wasn't by chance or coincidence. From the very beginning, you were marked for something greater, and the struggles were not punishments, they were proof. Proof that your spirit carried a strength most people could never handle. Proof that your soul was built for a mission bigger than your own understanding. Proof that no matter how hard life tried to break you, you were unbreakable. Now, as Saturn joins with the moon, the cosmos themselves testify on your behalf. This is your confirmation, your seal, your heavenly diploma. The world may not have seen it yet, but heaven already knows. You passed, you endured, you overcame, and nothing and no one can take that from you. What comes after this moment, after this powerful cosmic graduation on October 6th, is not just relief from the tests you've endured, but a complete shift in the spiritual atmosphere around you. This is where the story changes. This is where your scars transform into symbols of authority and your wounds become the proof that you're ready to rise. The trials weren't meant to break you, they were meant to prepare you for what's coming now. And what's coming next is a season of restoration, clarity, and rising influence that will be unmistakable. For so long, the weight of Saturn's refining fire pressed on you. Every step felt heavier than it should, every move felt slowed down by invisible hands. It was the pressure of preparation, and though you couldn't see it, that pressure was building you up for leadership. After October 6th, as the Saturn-Moon conjunction delivers its verdict, the weight begins to lift. You'll notice it, not just as a vague feeling, but as a tangible shift. Inner peace will begin to replace the anxiety that's been sitting on your chest for years. The heaviness that made you doubt yourself will start to fall away. The confusion that clouded your decisions will clear like mist burning off in the morning sun. But that's just the beginning. What's happening is a transfer of spiritual authority, a reordering of influence in ways that might shock the world around you. For too long, false leaders, counterfeit voices, and those operating out of ego rather than truth have held positions of power. They've spoken loudly, but their words were empty. They've appeared strong, but their foundations were weak. Saturn's alignment with the moon signals that their time is ending. Authority is shifting from the false to the authentic, from the pretenders to the chosen. You are part of that shift. You'll begin to see yourself walking into spaces where your voice is needed, where your presence brings change, where your story carries weight. Not because you're trying to force it, but because divine timing is now opening doors without you having to push them down. The influence you're stepping into isn't about ego or control, it's about responsibility, about being a light in places that have been dark for too long. You've been trained for this without even realizing it. Every lonely season, every betrayal, every spiritual battle taught you how to stand when others fall, how to lead with integrity when others lead with manipulation, how to hear the quiet whisper of truth when the noise of the crowd is deafening. Now, the world will begin to see what heaven has seen all along. There will be signs that this shift is happening, clear, practical signs you can recognize. Synchronicities will increase. You'll start noticing patterns that feel too specific to be coincidences. Numbers, names, messages showing up at just the right time. Divine confirmations will echo around you, assuring you that you're on the right path. Doors that once felt sealed shut will begin to open without effort. Opportunities you thought you missed will come back around. And people, false faces will start revealing themselves faster than ever. The ones who were secretly against you will no longer be able to hide. The masks will slip, and the truth will stand naked before you. This isn't meant to scare you. It's meant to free you, to show you clearly who belongs in your next season and who does not. And most of all, you'll feel it inside yourself. That quiet inner chaos that's been with you for so long, the anxiety, the overthinking, the tension, will begin to melt away. This is one of the most powerful confirmations you can receive. As Saturn's pressure lifts, you'll feel a deep, unshakable peace settle in your spirit. It won't be the fragile peace that depends on circumstances going right. It will be the kind of peace that stays even when storms rise, because it's rooted in knowing who you are, what you've survived, and who's guiding you. This is the moment your authority begins to show, not the kind of authority that demands recognition, but the kind that simply is. When you walk into a room, people will feel it. When you speak, truth will carry in your words. When you act, doors will respond. Because you're no longer operating under the weight of proving yourself, you're stepping into the flow of your purpose, where things align not by force, but by favor. So as you move past October 6th, pay attention. Watch the signs, feel the shift. You are stepping out of the testing ground and onto the stage you were always meant for. The refining fire has done its work. The false has been stripped away. And now the chosen rise, not with arrogance, but with grace, not with control, but with clarity, not with fear, but with unshakable inner peace. This is your moment. You're not waiting anymore. You're walking into it. October 6th isn't just a date. It's not just another day for you to get through, another sunrise and sunset like all the others. This is the day when everything that's been hidden breaks open. This is the day when survival turns into stepping into your divine role with confidence. This is not about barely making it through anymore. It's about standing tall in your stamp of approval. It's about finally owning the truth that's been whispered to your soul for years. The test is over, and now comes the reward. You've been walking through the fire for so long that you've almost forgotten what it feels like to stand without the heat burning at your feet. You've endured betrayals that felt like knives in your back, delays that felt endless, and isolation so deep you wondered if anyone even saw you. But everything you've endured, every tear, every prayer, every sleepless night, was part of Saturn's refining fire. It wasn't punishment. It wasn't cruelty. It was preparation, shaping you, strengthening you, making sure you were ready for the weight of the calling on your life. And now October 6th arrives like a cosmic ceremony, a graduation moment unlike anything you've known before. This is your spiritual diploma. The tests are complete. The refining has been done. You've passed the exams others could not survive. And now you are stepping out of the classroom and onto the stage, into the arena, into the mission that was always waiting for you. But before you take your first steps into this new season, something powerful is happening, the exposure of hidden enemies. During this alignment, masks fall off completely. People who once played the role of friend, mentor, even family will be revealed for who they truly are. It's not about paranoia, it's about clarity. The moon ensures nothing can stay in the shadows now. False alliances will shatter. People who whispered your name in public but cursed you in private will no longer be able to keep their double life. The truth will rise, undeniable and unfiltered. And though it may sting at first, it's actually your protection. The moon isn't exposing people to hurt you, it's exposing them to free you from their grip so you can step into your next season without their sabotage weighing you down. As this truth unfolds, something else begins, the lifting of spiritual chains. You know, those heavy restrictions you've been feeling, the delays, the blockages, the endless waiting that made you feel stuck. That was Saturn's test. Those chains weren't there to destroy you, they were there to strengthen you. But now, the time for restriction is over. This conjunction marks the breaking of those chains. Delays will dissolve. Doors that were locked will open with ease. Where there was once resistance, there will now be flow. Where you once felt bound, you'll feel free. This is the universe declaring that your preparation has been completed and you're ready to walk unencumbered into your purpose. And as these chains break, you'll witness something astonishing, the reversal of energy. Every curse, scheme, and plot that was set against you is now returning to its sender. All the spiritual warfare that was meant to weaken you becomes a boomerang of divine justice, striking those who sent it. This isn't about revenge, it's about balance. Saturn's scales of karma are perfect. You don't have to lift a finger, you don't have to fight back, you don't have to prove yourself. The same energy they sent to harm you becomes the very force that exposes them and brings justice to your story. The betrayal boomerang is real, and it's in motion now. As this cosmic realignment unfolds, you're not just watching enemies be revealed, chains be lifted, and justice be served. You're stepping into the dawn of a brand new mission. This graduation isn't just an ending, it's the beginning of your next divine assignment. You've been tested, you've been trained, now you're being deployed. Expect to be called into higher purpose, leadership, and visibility. Your voice will carry more weight than ever before. Your presence will shift atmospheres. You're moving into roles where what you've learned in the shadows will shine as light for others. This is not about ego, it's not about proving people wrong, it's about fulfilling the assignment that was written over your life long before you arrived on this earth. The reason your battles were so intense is because your mission is so significant. The reason your isolation was so deep is because your preparation had to be thorough. And now, the time has come. The stage is set. The path is clear. You're stepping into your divine role with confidence, clothed not in shame but in approval, carrying not bitterness but wisdom, walking not in fear but in authority. As you step forward, you'll feel the shift. Inner peace will begin to rise where anxiety once lived. Strength will replace weariness. Favor will replace rejection. The weight of Saturn's test will lift, leaving behind only the clarity and authority you've earned. You are no longer the student struggling through the exam. You are the graduate stepping into a new life. You are no longer fighting for survival. You are stepping into reward, into mission, into the full expression of who you were always meant to be. This is your moment. This is your stamp of approval. Stand tall, own it, step into it. The test is over. The chains are gone. The enemies are exposed. The justice is complete. And the dawn of your new mission is here. As the Moon and Saturn complete their rare alignment on October 6th, the final test is over, and the chosen ones are stepping into their divine season. If you've felt the weight of trials, the sting of betrayal, or the pressure of spiritual warfare, know this: you were never alone, and the universe is now confirming your strength, your endurance, and your calling. I want to hear from you. Have you felt this shift in your life? Have you noticed the doors opening or the hidden truths revealing themselves? Share your experiences in the comments below. Your story might inspire another chosen one who's still walking their path. If this message resonated with your spirit, make sure to hit that like button so more people can receive this cosmic confirmation. And if you want to stay connected and continue walking this journey of spiritual awakening together, subscribe and turn on notifications. There's so much more guidance and insight coming your way. Remember, the final test is over, but your rise has only just begun. Step into your divine season with confidence because the universe has stamped its approval on you.